Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs. I've been having some fun making some animal faces, hook only designs, and I thought today that I would show you how to do my little bear. And as I said, hook only. You're going to need 3 colours. You're going to need some black bands, some skin tone bands, and some dark brown bands. And we are going to use our loom just for a very small part of this. When I actually make the magic ring to show you how to do that, it is easier for me to show you how using a loom. So I'm going to show you how to do that with this. You're having the arrow facing away from you, or the open part of the peg facing away from you. Okay, just this bit here, and we're just using 1 peg. We're going to take a single skin tone band, we're going to wrap it around once and twice. Okay, and that gives you 3 loops, and then we're going to use 6 bands, and we're going to push our hook through and out the end of that band here. Taking our first band, we're going to drag it through, reclaim it on our hook, and then take the bit closest to you up and over as if you're doing a slip knot, but you're not going to do it very tight. Leaving this end of the loop on your hook, push back down and grab your next band and pull it up and reclaim it on your hook. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. You've got the 2 from the band you've just put on, and the 1 which was that little slip knot we did first. So taking the middle loop, go up and over, and now you've got 2 slip knots on your hook. Join them together by taking the first one up and over, and you've formed like a little teardrop. Move that around and then push your hook back down again. We'll do the same for the third one. Take the middle loop up and over, join them together, push it round, in again. This is our 4th one. Middle one goes up and over, join them together. Here's our 5th one. Middle one, join them together, and here is our 6th one. And join them together. We can take that off our loom, and we don't need our loom anymore, so we're going to move that out of the way. Don't need that at all. You're going to just gently ease this so that it's spread out evenly around in a little circle, and you'll note you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little stitches, and the 6th one is going to be on your hook here. Now before we join these up, what we're going to do, this is where we're joining them here, so at this point we're going to go opposite, which is over here, over this side here, and we're going to add our nose in here. So what we're going to do, keep this at the bottom of your hook like that. You're going to take 2 black bands, put them on your hook, and you're going to wrap them once, twice and 3 times, and then take a skin tone band and slide these on. Alright, like that. Move it down to the middle, pretty it up a bit so it's not all jiggity jaggedy. So to do our nose, this is where we're finishing. So opposite that, okay, is the 1, 2, 3rd stitch here. Alright, you're going to push your hook through like that. Taking your nose, you're going to make sure that you have it situated like this. Pull it through like that. Alright, just like that. Now the other side, this side here, has to come around this way. So what we're going to do, we're going to pinch this with our fingers, take our hook out and go through the other side of it like that. Don't worry about the one that's sitting here on your hook, we can worry about that later. Grab the other end of your nose, and this is where we're starting at here. You're going to pull that through, put that on the end of your hook here. Alright, and this is where this is going to go. So we're going to just do a little slip knot like that. Okay, so you've got both of these. You've got the slip knot you've just made of the nose, and you've got the 6th loop here sitting on your hook. Now this is our first loop here. Okay, our first stitch. We're going to push our hook through the first stitch. So now we've got all of these little loops on. Grabbing a dark brown band, we're going to go through that first stitch, through the loop for the nose, and then through the 6th stitch, and you've got them all on that brown band. Reclaim the end of your brown band and take one over the other like that. So now if you count, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 stitches, and here's the nose, and you can pretty this up a little bit, you know, pinch it to make it so that it's tighter and whatnot. This dark brown band is where we're going to put our stitch holder. Now if you don't have a stitch holder, and I have a little packet of them here. I got these from I think it was Michael's or Joann's or something like that, and they're just like this, okay, and it just, you pop it on your stitch like this just to hold it so you know where the beginning is. Now if you don't have these, a paper clip works exactly the same way. You just spread the paper clip out a little bit and you pop the paper clip through, and it works beautifully. Alright, so that's going to be where we start and where we finish. Now this is our first stitch, okay, this one here. We're going to take our hook and place it through the first stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. So take your dark brown band, pull it through and reclaim it onto your hook. So you've now got 3 loops. Take the middle one, up and over. There's your little slip knot that you've made, but you need to join it to this other little slip knot that we have here. So take the one closest to you, up and over, and we've made our first slip knot like that, or our first single crochet. This is our second stitch, and we're going to do an increase in that too, which means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So 2 in here. So push your hook through, take a dark brown band and do your first single crochet, and then go back through that same stitch, and we're doing another single crochet. And all you're doing, put it on your hook, take the first one up and over and join it. Now as you get quicker, you don't need to do it with your fingernails. We're going through the 3rd stitch now, so pull it through and reclaim, and then instead of using your fingernails you can twist your hook so it goes under, and then twist your hook so it goes under. Alright, and as you get a little bit more confident, that will happen. But if you're not, you just use your fingernails, pull this one over and pull this one over. We're in our 4th stitch, so make sure you go through both pieces of it, both loops. Grab your brown band. Here's our first single crochet, and back through again for our second. Like that. We're in our 5th stitch. Push through, grab your first band for your first single crochet, and now we'll do a second single crochet, and in our 6th stitch we'll do 2 as well. There's our first one, and here is our second one. Now this is the stitch we started in, so we're going to push our hook through it, and we'll take a single band and we'll do a single crochet, and we're back at the beginning, and we're going to take our stitch marker out and place it on that one. So if you just gently pretty this up, stretch it out, this is our nose. Alright, now as you can see, I'm sort of on the side. If I said this was the bottom, the nose would be sort of on an angle. So you have to bear in mind where you're at. And as I said, you can pinch this together. So I want an eye here and an eye here, either side of my nose. So what I'm going to do, and you work with the nose away from you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I need to come all the way around to here. Okay, so I've done my single crochet here. I'm going to do a double in here, or not a double, an increase. A double is actually a stitch, so if I say that I'm going to confuse people, but you're doing 2 single crochets in this stitch, so it's my increase, and I'm going to follow that by a single crochet only. So it's an increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet. So here's my single crochet. Now I'm going to do an increase in here, but I'm going to check. I'm not there yet. I've got to get to here. Okay, so I'm doing an increase in here, so that's my first one. Go back to the same spot, do my second. Now I'm going to do a single crochet in this one only, and I'm going to do an increase here. Now I'm going to do my first single crochet. Am I ready to do my eye? Let's see. I don't think so yet, so I'm going to do my other single crochet in that same stitch, and then for my single crochet in this stitch I'm going to add an eye. Alright, now to do my eye I'm going to take a black band. Now you can use beads, but I actually feel that it looks better with bands, which is very unlike me. Usually I prefer to do beads, but I do feel it looks better using a single black band. And what you're going to do, wrap it around your hook once, twice, 3 times. Now please note, I'm already through my stitch here, okay? So I'm through my stitch, I've got the loop on here, I'm through my stitch, and I've wrapped the black band around. Take my next brown band that I'm doing the single crochet with and slide the black band onto it for my eye, and then I'm going to draw it through like that, reclaim the end, one over the other, and complete my single crochet like that, except I've got this little black eye on there. I'm doing a increase in here, that's 2, so here's the first one, come on you, and in the same stitch do my second single crochet, and then in this stitch, which is a single, I'm going to do my other eye. So I've gone through the stitch, grab my single black band, wrap once, twice and 3 times, grab my brown band, slide it on, draw it back through the stitch, reclaim, one over the other, and complete my single crochet. Now I follow that with a increase. So here's my first single crochet in that stitch, and here's my second crochet in that stitch, followed by a single crochet and an increase, and then I'm back at the beginning and I'll do a single crochet, and I will move my stitch marker to this spot here. Again, stretch it out just a little bit. The bands do relax. So here's my 2 little eyes and my nose. Now we're going to go around and we're going to do ears, and thankfully we have the eyes here to act as a sort of marker for where we should start the ears. So again, we're going to do single crochets and increases alternating. So we've just done a single crochet, so our next stitch will do an increase. So here's my first single crochet, and in the same stitch back through, and we'll do our second single crochet, and then we do a single and an increase, oops, 2 on there, and a single and an increase, so that's 2 in the same stitch, and a single and an increase, now, oops, let's do our crochet, there we go. Now I'm at the eye, I'm going to go through the eye, well, the stitch near the eye, okay. I'm going to take my single band, drag it through. I'm going to take another single band, and drag it through. I'm then going to do my single crochet at the top of this one, so I'm going to take this side up and over and this side up and over. Alright, I'm then going to go in through the loop that I have here of that band that we didn't do anything with. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do single crochets around it. So I'm going to do a single crochet and I'm going to do another one, a single crochet and another one. So that's the third one. And then where these join, I'm going to go through that again, grab a single band, pull it through, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. So instead of a single crochet, instead of reclaiming my band, I'm going to go through that loop as well, and now reclaim and move one over the other. And that sort of gives us this little ear, okay, like that. Now that was a single crochet, so in here we'll do a single crochet and a single crochet. I'm not doing the single double, I'm just in between the two eyes here, I'm just doing single crochets. So we're going to do a single here, but what we're going to do, poke your hook through, and we're just above the eye here, grab a single band and you're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, so do a slip stitch and go through, and then in the next one we're going to do a single and then chain on another. This one goes over the top and then join these two together like that. Now we're going to do 3 single crochets in the loop of the ear. So here's 1, 2 and 3, and I've lost my slip stitch, but my stitch marker, but that's okay. We're going to go back through here and do a slip stitch at the beginning like that, join together. Okay, so this is the ear. Alright, now do a single crochet and an increase, so that's a single in both of them, and a single crochet and we do an increase here. Now hopefully your stitch marker will not have fallen off. Single crochet here. I know where I'm starting at because it's slightly elevated, you can see it here. So what I'm going to do, go through, this is my last stitch here, I'm going to drag it through that loop. Instead of doing a reclaim and doing a single crochet, doing another slip stitch, join those together, reclaim, one over the other, and pull tight in a tight slip knot. And that's what we're going to hide behind some of these little loops at the back here. So with your hook, just go through some of these little loops at the back, grab that brown band and just hide it up the back like that. And there we have our little bear. I guess he's an applique, isn't he? You could put something around and make it into a bracelet if you chose to, or you could have it as a keychain. But there he is, there's our little bear. I hope you enjoy making him. Take care, bye bye.